Hi, my name is Erin Infantino. I'm the owner of Simply Gorgeous by Erin. We have a team of makeup artists and hairstylists that travel to you, and we do things on location, in studio, and all around the country. I'm going to be showing you a makeup tutorial on how to create a gorgeous look for your New Year's Eve party. We're going to do one look that's going to have a nude lip with it, and the second look is going to have a more popping color, more vibrant for those girls who are a little bit more brave. You could be drinking champagne all night and looking fabulous. For time's sake, I'm going to be focusing on one eye, but in the end, we'll show you the complete look. So we have our concealer here that has a khaki tone to it. This is going to help create your eyeshadow base. It's going to help neutralize any of that redness because green neutralizes any of the red. So Julie has what I would consider slightly close set eyes. So I'm going to take our lighter champagne peachy color here. And we're going to go towards the inside corner with it on her eyelid. And I kind of pat it on. You don't have to wipe and wipe and wipe. You're going to let it pat on. That way you get a little bit more color saturation. Now I'm going to take our cranberry color that has a nice shimmer to it as well. And we're going to go more towards the outer corner of the eyes. But blend. Blending is huge. You don't want to see where one color stops and another begins. Have it kind of gradient ombre into one another. You want to use a flat brush so you can pat it on there. Now I'm going to grab one of my crease brushes. Sometimes people call it a ponytail brush. It's a lot fluffier. And while her eyes are open, I like to have people's eyes look open and straight into the mirror as you would do yourself, because that way you're going to see where you want that color to rise up. This is our perfect pen eyeliner. It's got a great point to it, so you can get pencil thin or you can get a nice dramatic cat eye. We're going to draw it right across the roots of the lashes. And as we get to the outer corner, I like the line to go a little bit thicker. This to me creates a little bit of drama. Open, look straight. And while she's looking straight, this is a great way to judge where you want that little wing to end up. You can keep it as dramatic as that. You can go more dramatic. You can go a little bit softer, a little bit shorter of a tail, which I call my kitten tail. Now I'm going to have her look up, and we're going to tight line the bottom. So we're not going to line inside that water line, but we're going to give a pencil thin, barely noticeable I should say, thin line there. This is just going to help beef up the look of the lashes, make them look a little bit thicker, and it helps frame the eye with giving too much thickness or closing in her eyes that again are a little bit more close set. We don't want to close them in, but we do want to frame them so they pop out at you. So now we're going to go back in with another one of our colors, this kind of grapey plum color, just in that outer corner a little bit. It's just giving a little dimension. And sometimes the most subtle of little tricks are what make the greatest impact. Kind of like philosophy in life. You can also take that same kind of grapey color, even blend it with that shimmery maroon that we used in the outer corner of our eyelid. And look up. You can smudge a little bit underneath there. This is just a little smudger brush. This particular one is a Bdellium Tool 716. So you'll see that she's getting all this eyeshadow fallout. Don't worry about that. We're doing the eyes first for that reason. We'll clean it up and then go in and color correct and so forth. Now we're going to clean up. I'm going to use one of our makeup wipes. It's the Alcone makeup wipes. They smell wonderful and they do an excellent job of removing makeup. These concealers are my personal favorite. You basically do a swipe and it's like sleep in a little tiny pot here. It's amazing. You want to make sure that you have the right color to match. Julie, like myself, is a little bit kind of purpley undertone there. So you'll see that this is kind of a peachy undertone. That again is going to help neutralize that. Some people use their fingers. Hey, it's your own face. If your fingertips are clean and you like to use your fingers for this particular product, go ahead. I find that you just get a much better application using a concealer brush. They have synthetic bristles, so the product just glides off right onto your skin. So we're going to go in with this concealer, get that tiny dark corner in there. We're always a little more sallow or a little more purpley in there. We want to pop that forward. You can also tighten up and clean up that corner by swiping the brush up. So we've crisped up that line. We've lightened and brightened, and a huge difference between the two eyes. So now we're going to apply her foundation. These are our botanical foundations from Limelight. I love these. I was a little skeptical at first, thinking, ooh, are those cream to powder formulas? Not even close. Excellent for dry skin types, normal skin types, and surprisingly, perfect for oily skin types. It has just a natural finish to it, you'll see. We're going to use our Blenderful. They had many formulations before they decided this was the perfect one. I agree, it's perfect. When I've tried other brands, they're rounder at the end, and that's the end I ended up using all the time anyhow. So this, they've already done the work for us. And you're going to stipple it onto the skin. You can see this is great coverage. Don't be afraid to bring things down the jawline a bit. It still has a dewy look, not oily, but it has a beautiful dewy look to it, so it looks like beautiful, glowing, healthy skin. Now we're gonna go with a little highlighter, with a little blush, with a little contour, a touch of bronzer in the right spots, but you know, it's still gonna, you'll see after we do all that, you're still gonna have a nice glow to the skin. It's like the never-ending search for the holy grail, finding the best mascara. Well, ladies, you have the perfect mascara. It has little tiny fibers in it, not to the point where you get those spider lashes and you're thinking, what on earth is on their eyes? It's far too much. It's a perfect blend. They really nailed it with this one. The reason why we're doing mascara before false lashes is, to me, it puts a little protective barrier between any adhesive you use and the mascara or your natural lashes. It's also giving a perfect little seat for those lashes to sit on because we're pushing those babies up with these fibers. I'm gonna go in with the lashes. You dab just a tiny bit of glue at the end. Try not to dip the whole thing in there. Just get the bottom of it because we're going to softly close. Set it right there. Boop, plop it right there. That's it. I like the bottom lashes to be nice and soft, kind of wispy, not too much. So we're going to take a fan brush here. This is a mascara fan brush. Couldn't live without it. Anytime I pull it out, weddings, photo shoots, whatever it may be, people just are instantly like, what is that? Where do I get it? I have to have it. Yeah, you do. So you can see that it's just applying a nice layer, the perfect amount. So now we're going to fill in her brows. We're going to use these two shades here. A lot of people are probably thinking, why on earth would she use something that's kind of blonde? Well, if I use just this, to me, it's a little bit too dark because Julie already has a very full brow. So perhaps you're even asking, why would you fill her brow in? Well, for you makeup junkies out there, you're not asking that. The more powerful a brow, excellent. But these two colors blended together is going to give me what I consider to be the perfect shade. Julie's hair is naturally dark. She has naturally dark brows, but she has these lighter kind of caramel lowlights in there. So this to me is going to help blend that and marry it all together perfectly. So comb those brows up. I'm going to start with this little line here, etching it, and I'm going to drag the tail of her brow down just a little bit. And then we're just gently filling in. We don't need to go overboard with Julie because she was blessed with these great brows. So that is your picture frame to your mirror of an eye. So now I'm going to set Julie with our translucent powder here. This is our perfect powder from Limelight. I'm using our Cosetti brush. I'm going to set the concealer a little bit. I'm not a huge powder person, so I don't always set people. But if they're on the oilier side, yes, I'll set the T-zone. Or if I'm going to do contouring with a powder, which we are going to do, I'm going to set just that little area as well. That way it's not going to grab on and stick too much to the foundation and be too dark of a streak. So to contour, we're just going to not take a contour palette that has a zillion shades in it, yet only one you can use. We're going to take the shadow that was one of the lighter shades for her eyebrows, and we're going to use that to contour. These are eyeshadows, but you can use them as brow powders, as you can see, and you can see in just a moment, we're going to use it as a contour as well. Multiple use out of one product, that's smart. Taking an angled brush, and some people start from this direction, some people start from this direction. I want the greatest amount of color deposited towards the edge of her face, so that's why I start there. Then you can go back up and back, reverse. A little in the temples. I do a little blending down to help it fade. You can do a little on the jawline. So look straight into the camera and you'll see this has some dimension to it. Again, anything that's dark is going to help it recede. And Julie's actually not a big blush wearer, so I know she's looking at it like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? But, you know, start off light. That's a teeny tiny bit on there. I tap off the excess and I have her do a slight smile because, again, it gives you that nice little fat pad, apple of the cheek, to apply it to. So now we're going to go in with this highlighter. Perfection. It looks like candlelight. It is just the perfect highlighter, and it's excellent on so many different skin tones. So we're going to do two different looks here. We already have our whole face completed. Some people like a dramatic eye with a really soft lip. That would be Julie, our model. You can also do something that has a little bit more of a pop of color to it. So I have a little bit more pop of color to my lips today. So for this first look, we're going to do that soft kind of nude type of lip. And in the second look, we'll do more of a pop of color. So this is our Enduring Lip Liner, number 2. It's an awesome, perfect nude. We already prepared her lips with the Lucas Paw Paw in the beginning so that they're nice and soft and conditioned. It's wintertime, we get those dry lips. We're gonna line right on the vermilion border. So feather that whole lip in. Doesn't have to be perfection, just feather it in. It's one more step to help layer for those lips to last longer. Our enduring lip color, it's kind of like a liquid lipstick. It doesn't have a super shiny finish or a super glossy. It's kind of satin, maybe slightly velvet. It really lasts a long time. I had on the cherry pie shade of this, which is a gorgeous, vibrant red. I put it on about 11 o'clock in the morning, and when I went to go to bed about 8:30 and wash my face, it was still on. I drank, I ate, I kissed my daughter, it's still on. It lasts. So obviously, with your own self, you would take the wand and apply it to your lips. I like precision, and for cleanliness reasons, we are going to apply it with a lip brush. And now we're going to take our signature jewel lip gloss in Peace. What's cute about this item is it also has a little mirror on it. This is our Perfect Bronzer by Limelight. We're going to place this in just key spots on Julie. And this is just going to give a little bit warm. So now that you've seen this look with a nude lip, I'm going to show you what it looks like with a lip that has a nice pop to it. We're going to go with our lip liner. That's Enduring Lip Liner number 3, a nice pinky berry color. Line the lips and then feather the whole lip in with this. The great thing about these liners, aside from them going on like butter, literally, is that they have a nice little angle to them, so it really allows you to get that shape of the lip really beautifully. Now we're going to go in with our enduring lip color in Wedding Cake. Then we're going to go in with one of our jeweled lip glosses in Dream. And there's our popping lip. And last but not least, you got to go in with a makeup setter. This is our 10 years younger makeup finish, and it feels wonderful as you spray it on. Up to 16 hours, you are ready for a long evening of partying and champagne. Thanks for joining us. I hope you rock this look.